Hey there, Vault Dwellers, Naked Vault Dweller here, and in this video we're going to cover the Fallout 76 Steel Rain quest out of the blue. So if you like how-tos, tips and tricks, walkthroughs, the occasional dad jokes, some locker room humor, you are definitely in the right place. So take this moment, hit the subscribe button down below, like the video, and hit that notification icon. That way you'll be one of the first to know whenever I release a video in the future. And just like all the other Brotherhood of Steel quests, we're going to fire up our maps and head on over to Fort Atlas. When you get to Fort Atlas, go ahead and go inside. You're going to want to talk to Palladin Ramani, so as soon as you go through the door, head downstairs where she's having a conversation with Art Knapp. Walking into the conversation between Art Knapp and Palladin Ramani, you discover more and more people are going missing, including Art Knapp's niece, Cassie Holloway. After a few moments, Palladin Ramani will pull you over to the side and tell you she wants to speak to you privately, and she thinks that the Blue Ridge Caravan Company has something to do with this. That's when she decides that she's going to go to the Blue Ridge Caravan Company's headquarters and start looking around. At this point, you're going to want to fire up your map and go to Big Bend Tunnel West. You're going to want to make your way to the center of the compound where you'll find the Blue Ridge office. Once inside, you'll find Palladin Ramani sitting at the bar having a conversation with Herschel Klein, the barkeep. And if you notice, Palladin Ramani has civilian clothes on, keeping a low profile. After a few moments, Palladin Ramani will tell you to go ahead and pull up a stool and have a drink with her. And this is when you'll engage with a conversation with Herschel. Sitting at the bar with Palladin Ramani, you'll reminisce on a person that used to be part of the Brotherhood of Steel that ended up getting killed by a decision that Knight Shen and Palladin Ramani made. And having this conversation with Palladin Ramani, you can really get a good understanding of what she's about. When you get done speaking to Palladin Ramani, you both will go upstairs and have a conversation with Joanne Mayfield, which is the leader of the Blue Ridge Caravan Company. Using the dialogue tree with Joanne Mayfield, you'll come to the conversation where people are being abducted. Joanne adamantly denies any allegations you make towards the Blue Ridge Caravan Company and reluctantly offers the help of Aries, one of the caravan's leaders. Palladin Ramani tells you that she doesn't trust Aries and that she's going to keep an eye on him. It's at this point you're going to want to fire up your map again and go to the east side of the map to Delano Grange. And once you arrive, you're going to want to follow your map marker till you get to the red door and go inside. Once inside, you're going to meet up with Palladin Ramani once again to discuss the mission, and then once you're done talking, you're going to head a little further into the tunnel to meet up with Aries. Once you meet up with Aries again, you're going to discuss the secret tunnels that are underneath this area. That's when Aries will walk off and go to a panel where he'll eventually open a secret door.
Give me one shake of a lamb squatch's tail to get it open. Let's see, 30 days past September, carry the 2.
Is this for real?
And Viola is just a little further ahead. Please, after you.
Walking on further into the tunnels, you'll eventually come to a point where there's a locked door. Aries will break away and go over to a terminal next to the door to try to get into it. Aries at that time will come to the determination that the door is locked because there was a simulated gas leak. It's at this point that Aries walks off and takes you to a place where there's a bunch of strangler vines coming down from the ceiling. He tells you that in order to get rid of the simulated gas leak, you're going to need to go to the pump room to pump that out, which is blocked by the strangler vines. It's at this point you're going to want to follow your compass around till you get to the room where it has 3 articles of paper laying all across the room. At some point, the engineers that put this place together got really bored and decided to come up with their own encryption method, which is not too terribly difficult to crack. The engineers that put it together actually put it in an encrypted form, which comes out to be numeric. Over on the wall, there's 3 keypads and a button. Moving from left to right, you're going to want to put in the codes just as you see them here. Input the first phrase of the password, which is 12, 11, 22, 13, which is the word open. Next, you're going to select the second phrase of the password, which is 8, 22, 8, 26, 14, 22, which is sesame. Finally, on the third and last keypad, you're going to select 8, 22, 22, 23, which is the word seed. Now go ahead and press the red button and your door will activate and you'll be able to go on through. Once inside, Palladin Ramani will head over to where there's a briefcase laying on the ground. Ironically, it looks like the same briefcase that's in Nuclear Winter for the nuclear launch codes. From here, Palladin Ramani will tell you they need to find some way to get it into the watering system so it can kill the vines. And follow me around this way, I'll take you to the place where you'll need to go to put this into the water system. At this point, you and Palladin Ramani will have a conversation about getting the chemical into the water filtration system. She'll basically tell you that she's going to work on it, but if any noise is made, it's going to attract a lot of attention, which it does. You're going to have to fight off several waves of ghouls while she's working on the system. And at this point, you're going to work your way back to where the strangler vines are located. When you reach them, all you need to do is either chop through them or just shoot them, which is what I did. And remember to keep track of your quest marker on your compass down below. You're going to be working your way to a terminal that's on the platform. And once you access the computer terminal, you're going to use the option Verify Pump Integrity. Now back out of the terminal and start walking around. You'll eventually come across an imposter sheepsquatch walking around. Yes, that's an imposter sheepsquatch. You'll also notice that this imposter sheepsquatch isn't nearly as powerful as the one you'll find at the ambush pylons up above, nor will you get a fixer plan for your efforts. Whenever you dispatch the imposter sheepsquatch, at this point you'll go back to the terminal and activate the pumps again, this time doing what it's supposed to do.
And that's that. Time to head back to Aries, if he has anything to do with all this.
At this point, you're going to start heading back to Aries. Make sure you follow your compass. It should lead you right to him. From here, you're going to have another brief conversation with Aries, rehashing kind of everything that you've run into up to this point. And after a couple moments, Aries will turn to the computer terminal and open the door. Once inside, follow the map markers on your compass to lead you to some of the journal entries that are lying about. And based upon the journal entries, one could come to the conclusion that the Blue Ridge Caravan Company has nothing to do with the missing people. That's when Palladin Ramani will ask you to speak privately with her in another room. Once you're done speaking to Palladin Ramani, she'll turn to Aries and apologize for assuming that he and the Blue Ridge Caravan Company had anything to do with the missing people. Which brings us to the end of the quest Out of the Blue, and starts the quest A Satisfied Conscience. Finally, at the end of this quest, I got the plan for the Brotherhood Civvies. And that's it for Out of the Blue. If you found this quest walkthrough to be helpful, please give it a thumbs up, or if you're stuck somewhere, leave us a comment down below. I or someone else might be able to assist you. And until we meet in A Satisfied Conscience, thanks for watching. Take care.
She landed. I just jumped on top of this thing and she landed right there with me. What is it doing?